Hello guys, I gave an interview in a company situated in New Delhi, Panchsheel, and the exact date uh, I don't know now, and it was between 2022 to 2023. So they asked me the question related to PHP and front end and MySQL. So they asked me why do we use PHP? Okay, so I said PHP can actually do anything related to server-side scripting, or more popularly known as a backend of a website. For example, PHP can receive data from forms, generated dynamic page content, can work with databases, create session, send and receive cookies, send emails, etc. Then they asked me JavaScript library, so I said jQuery, etc. So then they asked me what are the main JavaScript libraries. So I said jQuery is probably the most popular JavaScript library out there, which provides so many features for modern day development. You can use jQuery API for event handling, animation, and manipulation of HTML document, also known as the DOM. Besides this, jQuery is being used with Angular and React app building tools too. Then they asked me CSS library. What are the library of CSS? So I said image result of for CS libraries. CSS library gives web developer a basic structure which includes grid, interactive UI pattern, web typography, tool tips, bottoms, form element, icons, etc. Then they asked me the global variables in PHP. So PHP global variables, that is super globals. Some predefined variable in PHP are super globals, which means that they are always accessible regardless of scope, and you can access them from any function, class, or file without having to do anything special. So they asked me, can you suggest me some PHP super global variables? So I said we have the dollar global, dollar server, dollar request, dollar post, dollar get, dollar files, dollar env, dollar cookie, dollar session. So immediately they asked me dollar server. So I said dollar server is a PHP super global variable which holds information about headers, path, and script locations. Okay, so in PHP we use dollar server like the PHP self, server name, HTTP host, HTTP referrer, HTTP user agent, script name, etc. So they ask me session and cookies. So I said while session get stored on the client as well as the server. So this is the session. So where our session stores? They asked. The location of dollar session variable storage is determined by PHP session save path configuration. Usually this is /tmp or Linux system use the PHP info function to view your particular setting. If not 100% sure, by creating a file with this content in the document root of your domain. They asked me the mail function in PHP. So mail inside the dollar email address subject and dollar message body. So HTTP access HT access in LAMP. HT access file is created in order to enable extra features for that subdirectory. You can use HT access file to modify various configuration and thus make change to your website. These changes include authorization, error handling, redirect or special or specific URLs, user permission, etc. They ask me API. So an application program interface or API define the classes, method, functions, and variable that your application will need to call in order to carry out its desired task. In case of PHP applications that need to communicate with databases, the necessarily API are usually exposed via PHP extension. So they ask me views in database. So in SQL, a view is a virtual table used on the result set of an SQL statement. A view contains rows and columns just like a real table. The fields in the view are fields from one or more table in the database. And they ask me when can you update a view. So you can update a view. The view is stored in single table. The view does not include any aggregation, no join, no distinct, no subquery in select statement. All the columns in the views are updatable, meaning the underlying table allow modification through views. When can't you update a view? So you cannot update a view of if it includes multiple tables like join between tables. It uses aggregate function like sum count. It includes distinct group by or complex subqueries, or the view is based on a computed or derived column like the concat or case expression. So in summary, yes, you can update view if they are simple single table, no join or no aggregation. For more complex view like the join, subquery, aggregation, you cannot directly update them. Data types in MySQL, they asked me. So I said string, numeric, date and time, etc. So then they asked me trigger. So I said a trigger is a code associated with insert, update, delete operation. So uh, trigger is a stored procedure in database which automatically invoke whatever a special event in the database occur. For example, a trigger can be invoked when a row is inserted into a specific table when certain columns are being updated. Okay, and also they asked me string function in MySQL. So I said like the string function in MySQL, ASCII, char length, concat, field, format, insert, lcase, left, length, locate, lower, ltrim, mid, position, repeat, replace, reverse, right, trim, space, str, cmp, sub str, substring, trim, ucase, u upper. Okay. So they asked me object in MySQL. I said certain object within MySQL including database, table index, column, alias, view stored, procedure, partition, table space, resource group and other object name are known as the identifier. These sections describe the permissible syntax of identifier in MySQL. What is a subquery in MySQL? A subquery is a select statement within another statement. All subquery form and operation that the SQL standard require are supported as well as new features that are MySQL specific. Can we work without Apache? They asked. So you can make a PHP script to run it without any server or browser. You can need the PHP parser to use it this way. This type of usage is ideal for script regularly executing using cron or task scheduler in Windows. These scripts can also be used to simple text processing tasks. So these question asked by the this company, and I will share more questions related to my interview. Till then, bye.